Hello, patient. Hope you're doing well. So, sadly, you have been diagnosed by this cancer called seminoma. But good news, it is not deadly. You have been diagnosed in the first stage, and you're only gonna need some chemotherapy, and you're gonna be good. 95% of people who get diagnosed with seminoma get cured within 4 months, so everything's gonna be good. Just checking your files, we can see that we have seen some symptoms on you, nauseousness and vomiting. You also may start to feel that your testes will gain more tissue. That is not that will go that this will go away after you're done with this with the chemotherapy and all the cancer, and when we kill all this cancer cells. You may ask, what are these causes? Well, good news, it's not from the injury that you had last time. It could be from HIV, or your balls, or your testes made still not descended fully and still in the abdomen. This could cause some problems. As you know, the testes in the beginning as a child, they were up in the abdomen, and as puberty starts, it goes down. Okay, now we're gonna try to focus on the cure. We're gonna try to cure it with chemotherapy. Good news, we're not gonna need any kind of surgery, so we're not gonna need to cut anything or remove anything. But if you do not consistently come to the chemotherapy, and the cancer spreads, we may need to cut the testes. But we need to focus on not exposing the cancerous part to any sunlight, because it will contradict with the chemotherapy that we're doing. So for the future, if you ever need to double check that this cancer does not come back, you should just take one hot shower each month, and after it you diagnose your testes by holding it and checking each testis by itself, and seeing that each testicle by itself, and seeing if it's if there's any bumps, or if it starts to become more swollen. That means you have cancer. This cancer cell may have come back, or it could be from an injury. We don't know, but please come back and check with the doctor. We would just like to emphasize one part: we will not need any surgery, but please, we would like you to come to every single chemotherapy appointment on time. As some questions that that patients mostly have is, why did I have it? As we said, the symptoms are HIV, AIDS, or it could be any disruption to the chemotherapy. But we would like to state one point, that I do not, as a doctor, emphasize or encourage any kind of testing outside of your house, because testing is really it really drains your bank out, and it's easier to just test at home. The same test that you're gonna do out in the hospital will be done at you, or you can do it at home. No difference at all. We would like to just double check one point: your cure. If you don't, if your cure, we will possibly need to give you some antibiotics, because this kind of cancer cell does count as a bacteria, which these antibiotics could help with curing you. Some questions that some patients would have is the level of the rate of being cured. Hopefully 95% you're going to be cured, but if the cancer spreads, you could die, because there's like a 5% range where the cancer could spread and cause to death. But we hopefully don't hope for that, and everything goes smooth and well.